Alrighty, we should be live. Here with Jackson. How you doing, big boss?
Yo, yo, yo.
And today we're here with the NBA show, and we're bringing you guys coverage. Paul George might be traded. The Charlotte Hornets allegedly are convinced to be drafting Brandon Miller. We got some other predictions for this offseason, the draft, and free agency. We'll address some rumors we're hearing. Is DeAndre Hunter going to get traded? And much, much more. Is there anything you've heard specifically in the past 24 hours since we last did this show, Jackson, that has crept across your mind in surprise? Much, much more.
Um, they're having they're having the U.S. Open again at LACC in 2039, and I just don't know why we're getting U.S. Opens. We're doing that for like 16 years from now, but it is what it is, man.
I feel like no other sport does that far ahead.
Right? And that's not even the furthest one. There's others, but they were just in LA this past week for the U.S. Open, and they're going back in 2039. I
Was it a
just
good
can't believe.
turnout?
No, it was horrible. It was like the worst ever, like almost probably of all time, actually. Half of the LACC members bought it out, bought half the tickets, and they didn't even go.
No
It's like
way.
a pretentious, it's arguably the most private golf club in the entire world.
What is the Los Angeles Country Club?
It's the golf course that's like, the 9-hole course in GTA. That's LACC, but not actually because it's only like a 9-hole share course. But
This is gonna be random. Are you gonna buy GTA 6 when it comes out? I know this isn't basketball related.
when does it come out? You
I've
know?
heard, can you check this real quick? I think they delayed it. Originally, I thought it was late 2024, early 2025. I think they've delayed it
Okay.
to late 2025, early 26. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Jesus, dude. The game will 2 days ago. Wow. The game will most likely arrive sometime between April 2024 and March 2025. The company says
Oh, okay.
FY 2025 is a highly anticipated year. This line. So
So we are getting
2024, probably.
2024 so yeah, we'll probably get it Christmas 2024.
Yeah, yeah.
So next Christmas. You gonna
But
get it?
no, dude, I don't have a console anymore. I just I
You
don't
don't
know.
have
I'm
you don't have a single
I've
console?
I've grown out of video games.
No, I agree with growing out of video games, but I still play video games as like my help me fall asleep.
I would literally play video games all day if I had a console.
No,
Like
I can't.
I would
I
play
feel
it all day.
incredibly like I can't play video games. Like today, I'm trying to be a little lazy because I've posted in the past week like 150 videos, so I'm like trying to give
It's
my
the
mind.
draft tomorrow.
No, 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 no. I'm staying up all night tonight, so I'm trying to relax because tonight I'm gonna post 30 videos, probably 10 or to 15 of them are gonna be draft prospect analysis, and then 15 videos about something else. And then I'm gonna stay up tomorrow because I'm gonna live stream the draft, and then I gotta hop on a plane to Miami.
You sound retarded. I don't know why wouldn't you just do it during the day and then
Because then when I want to play video games or relax, I'll be too tired. So I'll do that during the
what?
day unless breaking news happens. And then around 6 p.m., I'll pop an Addy and not go to bed till tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Why?
What? How is that not stupid? You could when we're done with this, you could do all
I
your
am.
videos until
Yeah.
6 p.m.
No, I can make 20 videos in 2 hours. So for 2 hours from after we finish this till 2 p.m., I'll make videos. And then at 2, I'll chill from 2 to 6 unless breaking news happens. And then I'll pop an Addy and I'll stay up for about 36 hours.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
Your just mind doesn't work like mine, man.
No, it's like it's more retarded than it is stupid, actually.
But no, I gotta hop. Well, after the draft, I was gonna keep posting content while we're streaming the draft because afterwards, I have to hop on a plane at 6 in the morning.
Oh, on what is that, Friday then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I have to be at the airport by 4. Gotta leave my house at 3.
Yeah. That's an
So
early rise, man.
yeah, well, I wanted to get. I only wanted to spend 2 days in Florida, seeing all the properties, and be back by Sunday morning. So I have a flight Friday morning, 6, get there at 9. Then Sunday I leave at 5, get back home by 8:30. My girlfriend says I'm like the worst person to allow to make travel plans because I'm a fucking menace. Like I have like no thoughts for the body, like for the body. Like I just
Do what you got to do, man.
I do, yeah. I mean, I'm about to live 12 days at a Motel 6 in Vegas.
Yeah, it sounds fun. I mean,
I don't know if that's fun.
I would imagine the Motel 6 isn't like that shitty,
It's
right?
not. It's not. It's probably like the
Yeah.
nicest motel you can stay at. $3.
So, yeah, I would imagine that trip will be really fun, dude. You can go to In and Out pretty much immediately. So that'll be cool.
No, I'll be stoked. It's more, dude. I didn't realize it when I was staying at the first Motel 6, but the hallways smell like body odor. And I was telling
Ooh,
my girlfriend that, and she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "There's certain types
taste.
of activities that happen at motels."
Like sex.
Yeah, she's like, "You're probably seeing or smelling all the prostitutes at work."
Dude, yeah, you're gonna see some prostitutes in Vegas
Yeah,
for sure.
maybe I
Yeah,
spend some money.
that's pretty.
How much for a hand job? All right, let's get into some basketball.
Oh, you know what I was watching yesterday?
Oh,
Pineapple Express was on TV, and there's that skit where you know how James Frank, Danny McBride is like this. He's like, have you seen Pineapple Express?
yes, I've seen
Yeah,
Pineapple.
so Danny McBride's character is in there,
Yeah, the drug dealer.
and yeah, and James Franco was like, "Oh no, he's cool, man. Like, he got a girl to give me a hand job within 5 minutes of meeting him, or something like that." That's what it reminded me. That's what that reminded me of. It's 11:11. Make a wish.
Wish.
I want a hand job for within 5 minutes of meeting somebody. That wasn't my wish.
Do you like Danny McBride?
I love Danny
Why don't
McBride.
you watch his shows?
I don't have like HBO.
Oh, I was gonna say, dude, like you'd fuck with his show
I
so.
made a Eastbound and Down meme last night
And
for golf.
you've never seen Eastbound and Down, I bet.
Well, I've seen like 3 episodes at a buddy's one time. So
I get the gist of the show.
yeah, it was really funny. I would love, yeah.
10 out of
HBO's
10.
a rabbit hole, man.
HBO is worth it. HBO and Amazon Prime are the most worth.
Amazon Prime's sneaky. It's very sneaky.
There's sometimes good shit on there, and then there's sometimes just like downright terrible shit. But
Yeah, that's very true.
like
Yeah, that is very true.
you'll find like sometimes like really good 80s movies or random movies, and you'll be like, what the fuck is this doing on Prime? Or like a new movie comes out, and then you go and like try to like you have nothing to watch and you try to find a show or something on Amazon Prime, and you're like, damn, who the fuck paid to make this, produce this shit?
There's some bad stuff there.
The same thing with Hulu and Netflix. They all have some bad stuff. Like
Yeah, they do.
they
But I
have
had
some stuff
Hulu
that
in
you're
years.
watching and you're like, dude, like who either someone wrote a terrible movie or someone just directed slash edited it terrible. But let's talk about some basketball. The Clippers are gauging Paul George's trade interest with the Houston Rockets and the Portland Trailblazers in the front. And this came out 12 hours after we heard that the Portland Trailblazers deemed the third pick only being worthy for either Paul George or the other player by the name of, I'm blanking on it. It was Paul George that they said they wanted to get the third pick for, and there was one other player that I don't know who I'm blanking. Oh, it was Portland.
Zion.
I don't know if it was Zion. It was Paul George and one other player. Blazers trade pick. Paul George.
They be working right there, don't they?
I'm trying to see who was the other person that they want. Oh, Bam Adebayo and Paul George are the two types of guys that they would want to trade the third pick for.
Did you see that joke? Dame Dame said Bam at a bio, and
What did you say, Bam?
you hear that?
Yeah, you just stopped talking. You cut out. I
It's
heard.
right there. It's loud.
Yeah, what happened? You cut out. That overtook your audio.
Yeah, it's loud as fuck, dude. They're blowing that shit.
What is it?
The joke was somebody's leaf blowing, dude. Somebody said the Dame mentioned Bam Adebayo, and the Blazers took it the wrong way. Like he meant trade me to Miami so I can play with Bam Adebayo, not trade for Bam Adebayo.
That's funny. But what do you think of the possibility of a guy like Paul George or Bam Adebayo being traded to the Portland Trailblazers? Do you think Paul George is going to be traded? Supposedly, the Clippers are thinking about blowing it up.
Yeah, I would definitely blow it up, but yeah, actually maybe not definitely. I don't think there's any shot they get Bam Adebayo. Paul George, I don't think it happens, but it wouldn't shock me if the Clippers decided to go in that route for Scoot Henderson. If Scoot Henderson doesn't go to the Charlotte Hornets and they actually end up taking Brandon Miller,
One of
it
my
actually wouldn't surprise me if the Clippers traded for that pick, number 3, and gave up Paul George.
My favorite clip of the week has been, or quote of the week was from one of the athletic writers. They're like, so if Scoot Henderson falls to the Portland Trailblazers after a series of backflips and high fives, the Portland Trailblazers would draft Scoot Henderson.
Shit, dude, that would be crazy. I I
What?
feel so bad for Blazer fans if they actually end up if Brandon Miller ends up going to, which isn't going to happen by the way, but if for hypothetical purposes, if it happened and Brandon Miller went pick number 2 and Portland trades number 3 for like Paul George, I would feel so bad for Blazers fans. Um,
What did
but
you?
Blazer fans aren't even that opposed to it. I think Blazer fans want that obviously because you don't want to lose Damian Lillard. Um, but man, having the ability to draft Scoot Henderson, ooh,
This is what I keep saying in a video I made this morning. Look, this is what Brandon Miller's been compared to. Ceiling, Paul George. Middle, Rudy Gay. Bottom, Danny Granger. Or if you want to put Danny Granger in front of Rudy Gay.
Danny
But
Granger
there.
was a bucket.
Yeah, I know, but like his career is shorter. But his floor is basically Danny Granger, Rudy Gay, ceiling Paul George. Guess what the hell they're saying Scoot Henderson's floor ceiling is? They're comparing him to Derrick Rose, John Moran, and Russell Westbrook. What do you want? A guy who's being compared to an MVP candidate or a guy who's being compared to an all NBA player? I'm taking the MVP. Is that a wrong thought in my process, a wrong thought process? I'm taking the guy who's being quoted as a generational talent.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Maybe
no
if
disrespect
maybe
to Brandon Miller. I think he'll be an all-star. But I want the guy who's supposed to be top number 1 pick in any other draft.
yeah, yeah.
Now, what
Exactly.
is Paul George's trade value? All right, we obviously
Bag of
know.
Lay's chips that have been opened and half of them have been eaten
We
by
know how.
Kawhi Leonard. Oh,
Well, I'm saying it's the Simons Nurkic third pick.
oh, I have something funny.
What would you, if
I
you're the
can
Rockets,
screenshot
you're a
it.
Rockets fan. If you're the Rockets, what are you giving them? The 4th pick, Kevin Porter Jr.
For what?
We know what the
For
Blazers
Paul
would.
George?
Yeah, the Blazers would give the.
I'll give you Jay Sean Tate, KJ Martin Jr. in the 20th pick.
Shut up. It's
I
probably.
don't want Paul torn shoulder George. I don't want him. He tears his shoulder every single playoffs. It's some random shit. I don't want Paul George.
Well,
I
my
mean, the
question.
idea is cool.
Well, my question is, would you be mad if they gave up the 4th pick, Kevin Porter Jr. and Jay Sean Tate for Paul George?
No, I don't. The number 4 pick is untouchable for Paul George. I don't
Wow,
want
you
him.
wouldn't give him the 4th pick?
No, definitely
Why?
not. I think that would imply the Rockets are going right for James Harden.
Well, we're hearing that
James
James Harden
Harden and Paul
yesterday is
George
going
can't win
back.
this championship. We did not hear that yesterday.
That
Um,
was the
and
report. I
okay,
love.
all right. You heard from some random report on Twitter that James Harden to the Rockets remains a possibility. And then 2 days ago, there's reports that, oh yeah, he's going back to Philly and Houston's fallen out of it. And then 3 days ago, it was, oh yeah, Houston to the Rockets. But then 4 days ago, it was James Harden staying at Philly. I don't believe a word anybody's saying. Even Woj told me last year Jabari Smith Jr. was the #1 draft pick and he was going to be an Orlando Magic basketball player. So what do?
I had
I
to really
bet my
talk
entire
myself
what did I
into
do?
that.
I bet my entire mortgage on the Magic taking Jabari Smith Jr. at pick #1. I lost the house. I lost my kids. I lost my wife. I
Now I'm
lost
doing blow
everything
again, and I got
because of a
pasta
Woj
tips.
fake tweet or a Woj tweet that he got wrong. I lost everything in my life. I don't believe anything right
You didn't have anything to begin with, bud.
now. uh, but no, oh no, this is just I just have a good joke. I wrote a couple of comedy skits last night for some reason. I couldn't sleep, but no, I know. I don't think James Harden and Paul George would do it enough for me. I think Paul George could possibly end up in Portland. I don't. I think a team would fly in. I don't think Paul George will be traded by the draft. I don't even think Paul George will be traded this offseason because Russell Westbrook was very beneficial for him. And Chris Paul is going to help them a lot too if they were to get him. They still have a really good roster, and now you have Tyler didn't get fired, right?
No, Tyler did not get fired, but he did.
Yeah, okay.
He
Yeah,
declined a contract extension.
I was gonna say now you have a new coach, but I'm like, wait, who's their coach? Isn't it Ty Lue? So yeah, I don't know what his value is because, like I said, he tears his shoulder every playoff series. But
Rocket news, and it's not official that James Harden has re-signed with the Philadelphia 76ers, but that is rumored to be quite possible. That's going to be the case.
what's that gonna look? Oh,
I don't know that you're how to
what torn
stop
shoulder, George?
how to stop craving cock.
Oh no, it was the last time Paul George played over 56 games in an NBA season, and the answer is 2018, 2019, and that for in math terms is 5 years ago.
In math terms, that's 5 years ago. Now, what if what about Brandon Miller? What are your thoughts on Brandon Miller? Supposedly, after a recent workout, Scoot Henderson and Brandon Miller had their second workout and meeting with Michael Jordan. And Brandon Miller has allegedly solidified himself as the #1 pick. This is a guy that people are saying can shoot, can score from all three levels, can defend multi positions. What is your thoughts on Brandon Miller, and what do you think he's worth? Is he worthy of the second overall pick? Or do you think, because we both agree that we think Scoot's the second overall pick in our minds. But is the reason why they want to draft Brandon Miller over Scoot Henderson? Brandon Miller does have a crazy wingspan, but the Hornets are allegedly considering fit over best player available.
So stupid. Um, I think Scoot's clearly the second best pick in the draft. I don't even think, with that being said, I don't think that Charlotte takes Brandon Miller. I don't I don't think that they do it. I think it's all just BS right now. However, if they did, I think drafting for fit would be pretty stupid. However, Brandon Miller at the end of the day is still gonna help them. Um, I can understand he's 6'9", he's almost got a 7 foot wingspan. He's young, he can shoot the three. He's great in the pick and roll. He's sneaky athletic. He's an underrated passer, in my opinion.
I think, like, I understand the combination of size, shooting, defensive capability, and production. Like, guys who are this big and versatile do not last long on draft night. Like, I get that. Okay. And even if, his ball handling and playmaking don't come through, which will limit his shot creation, this is, I know, is a no fail prospect. Very high floor. It's very worst case scenario. This is a 6'9" with athleticism and fluidity to guard multiple positions, to shoot probably 38% plus from three, and play solid defense. That's the floor. And my bet is Miller turns into a high level starter in the NBA. And if the ball handling and the playmaking does come around, this is a guy who's going to be able to do some on ball creation and is going to be able to get stronger and hold off guys and be able to drive to the rim, take mid range shots, spot up from three, and then go guard 1 through 4. But ultimately, with him going 2 overall, I think what's the thing is he certainly has the upside. But what I think people are getting caught up with him is that I think he's more of a high floor than a ceiling raising guy. He's a floor raiser, not a ceiling raiser. And that's fine if you're a team maybe like the Rockets that are trying to make the jump. Maybe if the Hornets really believe their team is that good. But I think what I worry about is the intersection of strength and athleticism in comparison to the rest of the class, while also his ball handling and his playmaking might actually limit his shot creation ability. So that's my biggest concern with a guy like Brandon Miller. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think that would be as big of an issue with LaMelo at the helm. I think,
Was it reasonable what I was saying though? Like, did I sound wrong?
well, I really get people's love for Brandon Miller, and I always say it, like he really reminds me of Jabari Smith Jr. last year. Where I mean that in the sense of like they're long, lanky guys who can shoot. Like they're gonna be successful NBA players. You
Regardless.
know, you're gonna be they're gonna be double digit career scorers, and they're gonna be starters. And there's probably some all star and maybe some all NBAs in both of their futures. But I agree 100% with the floor than the ceiling. I don't see personally the KD. I can understand the idea that that's what you want to happen. Like I want that to happen with Jabari to turn into the next KD. But if we're being realistic, I mean, KD's one of the best talents of our generation. So does he have killer mentality? Um, I don't really think so. I don't think he would have choked in all the important games at the end of the year. However, sometimes you just can't shoot. But yeah, man, I'm taking Scoot at 2. And if you're drafting for, that's what's weird to me is if you're drafting for fit, I don't understand it. Is Oubre going to be back next year? Is Hayward going to be back next year? Is PJ Washington Jr. going to be back next year? That one's actually not looking great. But Scoot Henderson and LaMelo Ball would fit perfectly, in my opinion. LaMelo is so good off ball. He is such a smart basketball player, and
That's
he
what I'm
always
thinking.
knows where to go. Like he plays off ball so well, and it would not hinder either of them, in my opinion. And so I would draft Scoot Henderson because they would probably be one of the best point guard duos or one of the best guard duos in the NBA, like immediately.
I agree with that
So
completely. And playing next to Terry Rozier for what's been basically the first 3 years of the season, undersized guard,
yeah,
who
undersized guard.
also is a bit ball dominant. He has that experience. And LaMelo's 6'7". If anything, you could tell LaMelo, hey, buddy, maybe we make you the combo guard, okay? And you have Scoopy the guy. I
That's
know.
that's what I think would happen, and
I
that's what I think should happen.
Rocket News brings up, yes, Brandon Miller ball could work. It's not even could. They would work.
Yeah, that would be cool too.
They would work, yes, more seamlessly. But I personally believe when you have a top pick, you never draft for fit. You draft the best player available, regardless of the sport. You have a top 5 pick. If you're the number 1 pick in the draft and you already have the franchise quarterback, are you not going to draft a quarterback first overall? Because that quarterback you're hearing could be a generational talent? You do, because look what the fucking Cardinals did. They got the first pick. They said, you're not Justin Fields yet? It's a different sport, but.
I'm a Packers fan, so I'm definitely not a Bears guy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I don't trust Justin Fields in the slice. He slung at Ohio State, but he doesn't eat meat. I don't really trust him. My cousin's really good friends with him, so I'm sure he's a great guy. But I can't really. It's
Which
hard to trust a
doesn't.
dude who doesn't eat meat. No, my mom's side, not the Jostro clan, but
But no, do you get what I'm saying
well,
though?
so
You
yeah, one hundred
take the best
percent,
player.
100%. But so here's the thing, I that's why I don't really like what I just heard. Where with them drafting, if they're drafting over fit, you know what? If they are evaluating talent and they think Brandon Miller is a better basketball player, that's perfectly fine. Take Brandon Miller. Uh, I'm curious if they view, because this is how I view my Houston Rockets pick at pick number 4. Because I'm thinking my projection is Vic, Scoot, Amon. So I'm looking at Brandon Miller and I'm looking at Cam Whitmore and I'm thinking, okay, I want to go best available, but I view them as the same level player. They're on the same tier. I think Cam Whitmore, Brandon Miller, whatever, are on the same tier. So at that point, if I think these guys have the same skill set, if I think Scoot Henderson and Brandon Miller have the same skill set, they're
Uh,
on the same skill level, then I draft for fit. So if that's what Charlotte's thinking, 100% man, go for it, do your thing. Um, I feel like it's so easy for myself to get into this mindset of like Scoot's so clearly number 2. You'd be foolish to not take him. Amon's so clearly number 3. You'd be foolish to not take
I
him.
agree. I
I'll let
honestly
these
think
teams make these
Almond. I
mistakes.
would draft Almond and Cam Whitmore over Brandon Miller. I think Cam Whitmore and Almond Thompson have a
Wow. I would,
higher ceiling than Brandon Miller, but their
yeah.
floors are lower than Brandon Miller. I'll admit Brandon Miller, out of the 4 prospects, has the highest floor, but I personally believe he has the lowest ceiling, and that's because he's not the best ball handler and he doesn't have the best
Well,
playmaking ability.
Cam Whitmore can't dribble better than I mean, I he doesn't have a handle either. You see it with both of them when their handle's crisp.
Yes, but
They have some
I
plays,
believe
man,
Cam Whitmore, 235 pounds, 6'7", like above
and
the
a
rim
shooter
athleticism. He's gonna
and a
figure it
shooter.
out how to create. Like the
He
problem
doesn't even
was
need the ball.
I
He
mean, he
doesn't need
kind of
the
does. He
ball.
slows down. Cam Whitmore slows down the offense. Cam Whitmore's like an ISO stagnant guy. Hopefully, you can teach
He
him how.
only goes left.
There are some flaws
Only
with
goes
Cam
left.
Whitmore,
I
but
would
Cam
not want Cam
Whitmore
Whitmore on the Rockets.
shows the creation in his mind. Like he knows what he's trying to do, how to create separation. He just didn't do it efficiently in college.
He
Now,
can't dribble.
I mean,
And he
I
only goes left.
I think he can dribble way
I would
better.
take Brandon Miller over him all
I,
day.
dude, I think Cam Whitmore shows way more shot creation.
You know, it is weird Cam Whitmore last year because of how bad his team was.
It was.
Um, but I would take Scoop with pick number 2.
Oh, well, so would I. So would I.
I mean, if you want to take Brandon, that's perfectly fine. I thought Paulo at the time going 1 was I was shocked. I was shocked Jabari fell to 3. I was like, wow, we just got the number 1 pick in the draft. And
Turns out he was probably like the 10th
you know,
pick.
turns out Banchero's pretty freaking good.
It turns out.
I think we knew
Have
that.
you seen
But
the redrafts? They say Jabari Smith's like the 10th pick now if they redrafted.
Jabari will be perfectly fine. I mean, he can't handle much.
He's a 3-and-D big.
I don't need him to handle much, but I need him to use that. I just keep adding tricks. Keep adding tricks to the bag.
So we got some breaking news coming in from Chris B. Haynes, and I want you to take one guess on what that may be, this news that we're hearing.
It's gonna be something super lame like Chris Paul staying with the Wizards.
That actually came out yesterday. We could talk about that. There's the Wizards have came out and said they're envisioning a scenario where Chris Paul remains on the roster.
And that world is if a meteor hit and basketball was ruined because the planet was over.
So Chris B. Haynes is reporting that the Phoenix Suns are in contact with Boston Celtics discussing a DeAndre Ayton trade.
The Celtics, um, I think it's a great idea for the Celtics because you know what, I get Rob Will was injured. Rob Will in the finals run was all anyone talked about was this dude Robert Williams and how Time Lord. This guy's up next. I didn't hear his name like more than 3 times all regular season, all playoffs. And I know he had some games, but old man Horford, Rob Will, Blake Griffin.
Would you offer this for DeAndre Ayton, Malcolm Brogdon, Al Horford, and Peyton Pritchard, or Mike Muscala for DeAndre Ayton? Who's saying no?
I really need Robert Williams in that trade. So
I'm giving you
probably
Al
the Phoenix
Horford.
Suns. Awesome. So
Yeah, you
now our
might be
team age
right.
is
You might be
old.
right. It might have to include Robert Williams because if you keep Robert Williams, DeAndre Ayton, and Robert Williams, like they could never be on the floor together, and then you would have to decide how you break up their minutes.
Rob would definitely come off the bench. I need Rob Will in that.
So would you do Malcolm Brogdon, Rob Will, and like throw in maybe like Sam Hauser?
I feel like I'm getting robbed. If
Who?
Malcolm Brogdon ever played a playoff game, Malcolm Brogdon wasn't always injured.
DeAndre
And if
Ayton makes
Monty Williams was
32.
still the coach,
You could do this deal straight up, just Rob
I
Will
don't really
and
want Malcolm Brogdon's
Malcolm
contract
Brogdon and
either.
Rob Will. That's the deal we're giving you. We're not trading
Brogdon
Marcus.
and
We're not trading
Rob
Smart or
Will.
Derek White.
I mean, that's fine. I'm probably all set. Um, the Suns might think differently. I mean, if I'm the Suns, I'm chilling.
I mean, I kind of like the idea of Robert Williams, Malcolm Brogdon gives them a center. They bring back Jock Landell.
Yeah, but I could also have eight. So I want eight over Rob Will. Brogdon doesn't do enough for me.
But Frank Vogel likes the defense.
You know what? Give me Derek White.
I'll say no. Derek White.
All right, then I'll
Derek
keep
White almost won
DeAndre.
Defensive Player of the Year. I'm not trading you the almost Defensive Player of the Year, the best defensive guard in the league.
Really?
Yeah, he came in like third or fourth, bro. I'm not trading you Marcus Smart or Derek
Then I'm
White.
not trading you DeAndre.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Call me
Well,
when you
enjoy old man Horford. Oh, he's free
Okay.
agent. He might not even come back.
I know
Enjoy
you'll
Rob
call. I know
Will.
you call in 2 weeks when no one else gives you a better offer. We'll throw in a second round pick to.
But I don't want to trade eight. My name's Frank Vogel, and I can unlock him again.
Okay, okay. That's why you guys are trying to trade him.
No, we're trading him because our owner just keeps making big ball moves and trades for Bradley Beal, and now we have no cap space to work with.
We also need Luke the minute because they're supposedly going to release the NBA CBA like 5 minutes before free agency starts, and we need Luke on deck. Okay, just standing there refreshing the page. So
Where the hell is Luke?
So the minute that let me give this guy a call.
Is he sleeping or is he just living life or what's he doing? Do you think?
I don't know. He's like the worst because we moved this show to a time that was convenient for his lazy ass so that he could make regular appearances, and it's still a struggle. I'm giving him a call. Okay, TP needs his bald brother. We got Luke.
Uh-oh.
Let's go on voicemail. What a piece of shit.
Please leave your message for 78.
Probably shouldn't. This is the plays number out loud.
Do you know in the golf balling podcast, episode number 99 is Nick's sister's phone number is in it. And in episode 100, Nick's phone number is in it.
How?
Just I mean, this is several years ago. We were just dropping phone numbers as jokes.
Has anyone ever called them or texted them?
No.
Thanks,
It's just funny though. It's very funny.
Ooh,
He's mastering his samurai sword.
collection.
What Thomas
He's
is.
actually waxing it. You know what we have to do, and I know you hate this. I know you're gonna hate this.
What do we have to do?
It's the day before the draft.
It is.
And you know what time it is.
I'm actually kind of hoping it's a mock here.
It is a mock.
Let's go. Hopefully I can see the mock. I got some takes, man. I want to do a mock. Let's do a consensus mock.
Alrighty, here we go.
We'll do 5 minutes for each team. We'll pretend we're the GMs.
Sounds like a plan to me, bud.
We'll do this show till 3 today. The final mock.
The final mock, the one.
Oh, there's a trade. The Spurs are trading Vic for Chris Paul.
Ooh. I'm trying to make sure that we can get it looking right. Alrighty. Here we go. Mock draft time, motherfuckers. Alrighty, here we go. We're going to run through this one really quick. Start draft.
I'm going to assume it's going to be your same mock since we started doing
No.
these.
I've actually changed up my mocks quite a few times, you asshole. The joke's on fucking you. Alright, we're starting this mock. Let's get it. As this fucking loads. Do you want to start a test, Jackson?
Yeah.
Well, it's never taken this long to load. Okay. First pick is going to be Scoot Henderson. Second pick, we both agreed Scoot. I think it's all smoke screens. You?
Yeah.
Third pick, Brandon Miller. You agree with that?
It should be Almond, but yeah, I mean, it's fine. 100%.
I got Amen going fourth.
Yeah.
I got Asar going fifth.
Do you really?
Yeah, Asar has climbed up the board and plot.
Wow. Why do the Pistons want him though?
Defense, they got a bunch of scores. Now this is where it becomes tough, and I'm thinking Cam Whitmore to the Orlando Magic. They're still young. Gives them room to grow. 7. Taylor fucking Hendricks. They see his ceiling, what Jonathan Isaac was becoming. Luke just woke up. He just texted me. So he's hopping on.
I like Cam Whitmore so much to Detroit. I think it is so perfect. He would be so good off ball with
Really?
Jaden and Kate. Oh yeah. He doesn't even need that dribble in Detroit.
So this is 9 now because we had 8th Anthony Black, 9 to the Jazz. Jarris Walker.
I don't want we in here. I want this you. I don't want to be accountable for this mock.
Okay. At 10, Bilal Coulibaly.
Wow. Oh my. There it is.
You really think this is the pick?
No.
No, because it
No.
isn't. It isn't. We go back.
We have a trade.
We have Jalen Hood-Schifino.
11?
No, to 10.
You have Jalen Hood-Schifino at 10.
Yep. He's flown up the board. He's
What the
flown up the board. At 11.
In Dallas?
Grady Dick.
No.
Grady Dick at 11.
It's fine.
At 12. At 12, buddy. Who do you think goes here?
I can't see the screen because it's so blurry, so I don't know who's on the board or who you've taken.
Is it blurry?
Oh yeah. Kobe.
Kobe Buffkin.
Wow.
Okay.
Now who's Toronto want?
Toronto. You're wondering who they want?
Yeah.
Hassan Wallace. They need a point guard. A guy who's a really good spot-up shooter, standstill shooter from 3, and plays defense.
Word.
So right now, if people needed an update on how the draft has played out so far, Victor Wembanyama, Scoot Henderson, Brandon Miller, Amen Thompson, Asar Thompson, Cam Whitmore, Taylor Hendricks, Anthony Black,
And-
Jarris Walker, Jalen Hood-Schifino, Grady Dick, Kobe Buffkin, and
Luke has joined at the perfect time. We have a trade on the board, Luke. Breaking news. There has been a trade The Houston
What?
Rockets have traded KJ Martin Jr. and the 20th pick for the drafting rights to Bilal Coulibaly at pick number 10 from Dallas.
But it's a lie, but
Yeah, okay, but like, wait, did you guys just make that hypothetical trade up?
Yeah.
Because like, who the fuck is actually taking that?
Well, in the hypothetical, the Rockets and Dallas.
Yeah, but why would they? Why would Dallas do that?
Because they want assets named
So
KJ
they want
Martin.
so KJ Martin is an asset. All right,
Yeah.
man. I guess. They give up Bilal Coulibaly. That's the best asset of all of them, right there.
Wow.
1 second, I gotta pin you fucks. Allow.
StreamYard.
Yeah,
StreamYard.
StreamYard.
You guys are cute.
Oh, wait, no, it's this.
No, you're good, Jackson. You're good.
Look how
Me and Jackson are both kind of. Hold on, I'm trying to lean over so I can be close to Jackson. Wait, oh no, you can't see me.
We'll
It's
just,
no, Luke. It's your top. It's your left. It's your top.
Oh,
left.
so okay, it's my left. Okay, it's reversed. I forgot.
okay. I actually have one screen.
Cyril, where am I? Where am I? Where am I gonna sit for the show?
You're there.
Where am I gonna go?
Move it
Where am I gonna go?
aside.
Where am I gonna go?
I already did it quickly. You guys are assholes. That's what you guys are. Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Let me stand for the
rest
rest of the show.
Me and Jackson are going to be standing desk guys.
You guys are assholes. That's what
All right, where are we at in the mock?
we are currently going through it.
If the Lakers on the clock soon, I'll take the Lakers pick.
You'll take the Lakers pick if they keep
Yeah.
it.
They better not take it. I just saw my
The
pick for the
Lakers trade
Lakers.
LeBron James.
I have my Lakers pick. I just read a mock, and I think he went in the second round of it. I was shocked.
Who?
The guy I'm taking at 17 went. He was in like early second round.
Okay, which guy are you taking at 17?
Well, you'll find out soon. You'll find out when we're on the clock.
Alrighty, here we go, guys. We were back at the mock draft. Sorry about the interruption. Just to get Luke updated, we went Victor Wembanyama 1, Scoot Henderson 2, Brandon Miller 3, Amen Thompson 4, Asar Thompson
And it
5,
wasn't we. This is
Cam
Cyril.
Whitmore 5.
These aren't my picks.
I mean, Cam Whitmore
Yeah, he
6, Taylor Hendricks 7.
Cam Whitmore for 5.
Anthony,
It's
no, I went
definitely
Cam
Cyril
Whitmore
pick.
6 to the Magic, Asar Thompson 5 to the Pistons.
Oh, okay.
I got
Didn't hear
Taylor
that
Hendricks
part.
to the Pacers, Anthony Black to the Wizards, Jarius Walker to the Jazz, Jalen Hood-Schifino at 10 to the Dallas
claim that.
Mavericks,
I'll claim
11 Grady Dick, 12 Kobe
Where's
Buffkin,
Coulibaly?
13.
Oh shit! Wait, I didn't trade for Coulibaly. I just traded for who?
So
Jalen
I'm
Hood-Schifino.
all for-
Never mind. Trade revoked. The Rockets don't
Trade
want.
revoked.
I don't
Hell
want
no.
Jalen Hood-Schifino at 10.
All right, so basically at 14 with the last pick
Coulibaly's still on the board?
is still on the board, and
No.
he will be pick.
Well, you just took Bilal at 9. No,
No, I tricked you. I said Coulibaly.
that was a
Go-
joke.
Yes, I said
Coulibaly
Coulibaly
goes
going.
now then, Cyril.
I
Oh
have,
my goodness, you got
So-
me good.
So I had 10 Coulibaly going, but then I go psych Jalen Hood-Schifino
Yeah,
because
that's
more and more
wild.
people are listing Jalen Hood-Schifino as a wing.
Could you imagine a starting lineup of Jalen Hood-Schifino with Kyrie and Luka? Uh-oh. There's some
Defense.
trouble in Dallas. What's going on in
defense?
Dallas?
Yeah, dude, that makes me nauseous just thinking about how terrible that lineup's going to be on defense.
Jalen Hood-Schifino and Jaden Hardy off the bench for.
Oh, you know what's even better?
Yeah, you got Kyrie.
JaVale
Kyrie
McGee can
McGee,
protect
yeah.
the rim. We have breaking news from the Dallas Mavericks. Now that they've taken Jalen Hood-Schifino,
They signed JaVale McGee.
they've extended Christian Wood to play the 4, and they've also brought in Taiwan legend Dwight Howard to protect the rim next season. And they think he's going to bring a refreshing breath of fresh air as opposed to
Dallas
JaVale
Mavericks
McGee.
fancy themselves as championship contenders with this
At the
lineup starting
15th
next
pick,
season.
at the 15th pick, Chris Murray to the Atlanta Hawks.
Boo! I love it. I love it.
This makes sense.
I'm
This
not.
makes
I'm
sense.
not
I
a
love
Chris Murray fan, but from my research, from the beat writers, Atlanta Hawks, if they do keep this pick, which they're trying to trade, They're going to take who they deem the most NBA ready player at this point, which would be Chris Murray.
Chris Murray gets so much slander for no reason. I
Yeah.
don't get it at all.
'Cause
He's
he's like
ready
a-
to go.
Because he's
He's
like
ready
a
to
He's a
go.
good
weird
player.
He's a tiny version of his brother.
He's a lower ceiling version of his brother.
Yeah, he's like Marcus Morris if Marcus Morris had the ceiling of Markieff.
He's like a less strong Marcus Morris.
Yeah.
Like he's not gonna put his back to the basket and bully you.
Yeah, like it's weird. Keegan's the better version of Markieff. Like, while like
Yeah, like the Murrays are if Markieff turned out to actually be better than Marcus, like everybody thought.
and then and then Chris is Marcus Morris if he turned out like Markieff.
Yeah, like it's just if like
Is it kind of funny how that
everybody
works?
Everybody thought Markieff was gonna be better.
Yeah, because he was bigger.
Yeah, he was bigger and he had so they're like he's got a higher ceiling because he was like an inch taller and 20 pounds heavier, but Marcus was just way better.
Yeah. Right here, Utah Jazz. I go highest ceiling potential wise.
Nick Smith?
Yep.
Is he still on the board?
Yep. Nick Smith's still on the board.
Nick Smith to the Jazz.
Nick Smith and Keontae George. Don't be surprised in this draft if they do fall. They will fall.
Nick Smith to the Jazz makes the most
So
sense.
I've been
It
seeing
makes too much
reports
sense.
that the Lakers will take Derek Lively at 17.
Wow.
Now he would
I
actually help
like
the team.
that.
He would actually help the team a
So
lot. Which
Jovan,
guy did you have them taking, Jackson?
I was going Bryce Sensabaugh.
I was going
Oh.
in my head. I thought
Everything I see is Brees goes 20 to the Rockets.
Brees has fallen actually in most recent mocks to the end
Really? Okay, because everything I saw from the last
because of the
2 weeks,
defense,
like,
because of the lack of.
That's why I saw him in the second round.
because everything was like he's gonna go 20 to Houston.
So guys,
for the
right
last
here,
like few weeks.
Jovan Buha, the Athletics beat writer for the Lakers, who's very
Nerd.
well like has good sources, says Lakers need a big man. Lively gives them a guy who could potentially be close to the shot blocker that Walker Kessler was. He's a rim runner and a lob threat.
Arguably better than Walker Kessler.
I like that a
blocking
lot.
shots.
Yeah, and the thing is do you take Derek Lively? And Derek Lively's been invited to Green Room, so he's expected to be a top 25 pick. Or do you go for Jet Howard? Because you need to.
No, Derek Lively.
We're going Derek Lively here because my
Yeah, we're
argument
going
for
Derek
Jet Howard,
Lively.
they need 3-point shooting, 6'8". Do you have
Yeah,
to
but
believe?
they can address the 3-point shooting thing is easily fixable in the offseason and free agency and later in this draft to get like they don't have like ever since they lost Dwight, they don't have a rim running big.
Understandable.
So someone to block shots when Anthony Davis is hurt or not in the game.
Okay.
That's my thinking anyway behind this pick.
No, I get you. I mean, it's a reasonable thought process if we had to say. And that's why I want to know if it's even because I know that it's kind of the situation with Derek Lively is Derek Lively going to be able to develop offensively?
No, I think he's just like a taller Clint Capella.
So for me, 18 Jet Howard to the Heat. They need
that makes sense.
They need 3-point shooting. He can play shooting guard or small forward for them, and Max Strus might leave.
That makes sense.
This just makes so much sense for me. And guess what's the connection? Juwan Howard, former Miami Heat player. Got his first.
It's shooting. They need shooting. They're going to need to replace one of the undraftables that leaves.
So my
they're not all
thought
gonna
process here, do you go here, Keontae George, if you're the Warriors, or Jordan Hawkins?
Both of those guys are still available at 19.
Yeah.
Who do we have? Who's taken that like was kind of lower on the boards that like rose up?
Ball.
Like, who do we
oh wait,
still
no,
have?
no.
All right, so Victor Wembanyama went 1, Scoot went 2, Brandon went 3,
Jalen.
Amen and Asar
Yeah,
went 4,
Jalen.
5.
I forgot he went at 10, bro.
Yeah, we had Jalen go at 10, which a lot of people say Jalen Hood-Schifino is a lottery pick now. Bilal Coulibaly went in the lottery as well, and so did Kobe Buffkin.
Okay, that makes sense. Kobe Buffkin is a lottery pick.
Coulibaly's going to be a lottery pick. I just have him at the end of the lottery because his half-court offense is horrendous.
Yeah, but that's like you expect that out of 18-year-olds who played limited minutes at the start of the season in France. Like he started earning more minutes as the season went on, but
So do we go
All right.
here? This is the big question.
we have Jordan Hawkins, Keontae George, and who else? Noah Clowney's still on the board, right?
Yeah, I think
OMP.
I think Hawkins. They need 3-point shooting.
I'd say Hawkins or Clowney, but probably Hawkins.
Clowney.
Clowney's like
Clowney,
Kevon Looney.
defensive big, shooting potential. Draymond's leaving.
Damn.
But yeah, Jordan Hawkins, I'd agree with that.
Rockets right here. I think they either go Noah Clowney or Keontae George.
So Noah Clowney, I worry. So with both of those guys, I worry about fit, but I worry about fit with Keontae George next to Houston's guards more than I worry about Noah Clowney fitting next to Şengün and Jabari Smith. So,
B-Pod.
Leonard Miller.
Reese makes sense. Sensabaugh makes sense here, but
B-Pod.
Pod, no.
Rockets are going to take him at 20.
No, they're not.
They're going to take him at 20.
Leonard
we
Miller?
We won't take the pick at 20.
Leonard
They're not
Miller?
taking Pod at 20.
Leonard
Taking
Miller.
B-Pod at 20.
Leonard Miller
because it's a project. Highest upside. They don't need none of the guys they pick here are going to really dethrone any of their young core unless for some reason they've already traded Jabari Smith by this point.
I think right here we see them go.
Nets?
Yeah. I think
So he's
Keontae
still
George
available.
being on the board.
OMP.
Keontae George because he's the best player available.
Yeah, that makes sense. Keontae George is surprisingly that he's available at 21, but I don't think that'll happen in the draft. But who's next?
They're building around
Next.
Mikal
We
Bridges.
still have like Colby Jones, Maxwell Lewis.
Do you think they go
Sensabaugh.
Derek Whitehead?
Oh yeah, Derek Whitehead's still available.
I'd go Derek right here if I were them.
Yeah. Yeah, go Derek.
Blazers. I think they take right here Pod.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're going to flip that pick and Nazir Little.
Kind of wild to see Pod's
For
draft
Bam Adebayo.
progression. Pod going from a late second round to undrafted guy, and now he's going to be a first round pick. That's kind of wild.
I think
He's
right here
shot up.
Maxwell Lewis to the Kings.
Yeah. It's only a matter of time before Maxwell Lewis goes off the board now. I would have had him going to the Nets, but
Grizzlies. Either Colby Jones, Rain Rupert, or Brees.
I'm going to say Ray and Rupert here.
I've never heard Brees.
I've only heard Brees.
I've never
Everyone
heard that
everyone
ever in
that
my
Luke
life.
has told Brees has been shocked.
I'm just saying I've heard it from ESPN announcers all
Okay.
season. So.
You know who else? You know what an NBA announcer said yesterday? He said Jonathan Kuminga was 7'2" based on a. Did you see Kendrick Perkins
Kuminga's
say?
at 7'2".
No, somebody made a joke about
Clowney to the
Şengün
Pacers.
coming taller, and some Warriors like meme account shit poster said something, and Andre Iguodala said, "I just saw him. He's 7'2", and Kendrick, like as a joke, and Kendrick Perkins on ESPN said, "My sources are telling me Kuminga's 7'2".
Oh my god. Oh.
I have
god.
Omax going to the Hornets at 27.
Who else is available besides Omax at this
Colby
spot?
Jones, James Nanji, Hatmi Jaquez.
I would say Colby Jones over Omax here, but
Well, I think Omax because PJ Washington could leave.
yeah,
Then the
he's
Jazz.
the PJ Washington replacement.
Jazz right here take Brees.
Colby
I don't-
Jones has got to be available.
Colby Jones.
Bryce.
Look at where Colby Jones is about to go. Brees goes to the Jazz because they took Nick Smith and Jarris Walker.
Yes,
And
that's
then
fine.
what?
It's Colby Jones.
Colby Jones to the Pacers.
Yeah.
I
Who
want
else?
What are you saying, Jackson?
I want him called Bryce. I want him called Bryce.
Okay, and with the
Oh,
last
Bryce,
pick,
I don't give a shit.
last pick in the first round, Clippers will take James Nanji.
Yeah, Clippers take Nanji. I'll give you that one. That seems like a logical pick.
First pick in the second round will be the Detroit Pistons taking Imani Bates. They only have one first round pick, so I'm having
They need it.
second round
They
pick.
need to sell tickets. They need to sell tickets.
And Imani Bates does fit their need.
And he's a hometown kid.
Hometown kid just makes sense, and it's a second
He's
round.
more of a hometown hero.
It's a second round pick because, and it's like it's worth it. You know what I mean? It's worth it, and they really want to get another second round
I
pick.
like
They can
it.
buy it. So Monty Bates first pick. Like I'm saying, there's better players available, but it just makes sense in their situation for them to go out and get Imani. Pacers right
Right,
here. They have another pick. They've taken Colby Jones, Noah Clowney, and Taylor Hendricks. All right. I think they take right here either Gigi Jackson, Jaime Jaquez, or Ben Shepherd.
Ben Shepherd, bro. They need a guard. They
Ben
haven't taken any
Shepherd could be a
guards yet.
surprise first, allegedly.
Ben Shepherd. They need guards. They haven't drafted any guards in this draft. They already picked 2 wings and a big.
Marcus Sasser to the Spurs.
Yes, that's the Spursy pick.
That's a very
Andre Jackson is going to go to the Celtics.
Yes. Right here, it's the Hornets. I think the Hornets go right here. We had them taking Omax and Scoot Henderson. I think they take Jaime Jaquez or Gigi Jackson.
Probably GG.
Jaime Jaquez is probably going.
Jaime could go in the first.
Agreement, but-
I've seen Jaime projected to go to the Warriors because the Warriors won't win now, guys. Now,
Yeah.
Celtics have to make a decision. Jaime Jaquez or Andre Jackson?
I'd say they go Andre Jackson. Glue guy. Grant Williams replacement.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Ooh, you got Grant gone.
Yeah.
Even though
Oh.
Grant's supposedly going to resign.
Yeah. But he's
Jaime
already being
Jaquez,
phased out of the
then
team, even
here
if he
to the
comes back,
Orlando.
so. Yeah. Even if Grant comes back, he's going to have less minutes. He's being phased out of the team right now. so.
Nuggets take Jalen Wilson.
Yeah. Last time I took a KU guy, it worked out for him.
Kings right here. We had them taking Maxwell Lewis. Do they take Tracy Jackson Davis or Tristan Vukovic?
Probably Jackson Davis, man.
You don't think because they have
Unless they want to go high upside with Vuk.
well, they do. All the other bigs they have on the roster are non 3-point shooting bigs.
So maybe they go Vuk.
That's what
It's
I'm
up to
thinking.
you.
And Mike Brown loves foreign players.
Yeah, that's true. Mike Brown loves some international guys.
So I think right there it's a second round pick, you know? I think
Mhm.
right here we had him take Gigi Jackson and Omax. I think Julian Phillips to the Hornets.
Yeah. Defensive wing.
That's what I'm saying. Throw him in the G
Defense
League.
first wing.
Throw him-
Jumps out the gym.
Throw him out
shooting
in the
upside,
G League.
maybe.
Nuggets are back on the clock. They take Taquavi and Smith.
Yeah. Bones replacement.
Bones replacement. I'm trying to find him. Did I just not find Taquavi and Smith?
Maybe look at point guards.
Who's going to break out into a role player next year?
Did Taquavi and
Who?
Smith drop out of the draft?
Peyton Watson.
No, he didn't, bro. He's still in the draft. He doesn't have any more eligibility.
Oh, there he is. I couldn't find him. Taquavi and Smith to the Nuggets right here.
Peyton Watson. You think he's gonna get more minutes, Jackson?
Yeah, I think so.
We're gonna see 15 a night next year for Peyton.
That'd be a
Watson.
lot.
All right,
He's
now
ready for it.
the
Apparently in practice he's that dude.
okay. So Hornets are back on the clock. I say they take CD Sissoko because he's teammates with Scoot Henderson.
Yeah, late
They're
in
gonna
the
probably
draft, high
trade
upside.
one of their picks.
Yeah, maybe 2. They might package 2 of these picks because there's no way that all these guys are going to be on the team next year because they have 5 picks right now or 6 picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too many picks.
Wizards are on the
But-
clock. They take Kobe Brown or Keontae Johnson.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Kobe Brown.
Potential Kuzma replacement.
Whether teams want to admit it or not, they're scared of Keontae Johnson's medical history.
Yeah.
Even though he's been fully cleared to play. by
Keontae
multiple
Johnson, I
doctors.
think right here goes to the Portland Trailblazers, though.
Who else is available?
Tracy Jackson Davis, Jordan Walsh, Amari Bailey's the only other one I could think of because he kind of reminds.
And I think they go Amari Bailey.
Yeah, he reminds me of Gary Trent and Will Barton. Two former
Yeah, but
Blazers.
he's like a point. He's a better facilitator.
I know,
than those guys
no.
were.
Not that they play at all. Blazers drafted Will Barton
Okay.
and Gary Trent in the second round,
Yeah,
and they became really good players for them.
yeah.
They've done that before. Now, back on the clock, Spurs took Victor Wembanyama and Sasser. I think right here, maybe like a Seth Lundy, unless there's another foreign guy, but I think Seth Lundy.
Seth Lundy for NBA body and defense and shooting. Just a 3-and-D productive guy. He could be good in the second round. That's basically what you go for at this point now. Like,
Memphis, they take Keontae right here or Julian Strother.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Strother?
Yeah, it's Julian Strother. stock up on some guards for the jaw suspension.
He's kind of a swing man. Hawks are back on the clock. I think they take Tracy Jackson Davis.
They take Trace Jackson Davis. NBA ready.
I don't like him as a prospect at all.
Me neither, because he's an undersized 5-man who can't shoot.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like the work. Those guys never really work out.
Lakers
in the NBA.
back on the clock. Keontae Johnson or Hunter Tyson.
Hunter Tyson shooting.
They did take the Derek Lively pick last.
Yeah, Hunter Tyson for shooting.
Clippers, I think they would take either Keontae Johnson or Chris Livingston here or Adama Sanogo. Well, they took already a big, so
They already took a big, so I think they go.
Isaiah Wong, Amari Moore.
I'm gonna say it's between Chris Livingston or Keontae Johnson. It just depends on if they want a pro-ready guy now. I saw a report yesterday, or was it this morning, that said they were talking about breaking up the PG Kawhi duo.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. I say
Yeah, I
Keontae.
figured. I say Keontae because that just in case that happens. Wing minutes.
Okay, the
So-
Cavs are on the clock. I think they take Jordan Walsh.
Yes. Utility knife guy.
Who, if he figures out the 3-point shot, he's gonna.
If he figures out the 3-point shot, he could be a productive starter in the
OKC
NBA.
on the clock. Jalen Clark.
Yeah.
It's the
Jalen Clark would be picked in the 30s if he wasn't hurt. He'd be an early second if he wasn't
Nets
hurt.
are back on the clock. Ricky Council or
Who else?
Jordan Miller, Chris Livingston, Sanogo, Sweebe,
Who do we have them take so far?
Keontae George, Derek Whitehead.
Sanogo.
I was hoping Sanogo would fall to the Timberwolves.
So yeah, of course you were, but they're trying to be logical here.
Suns take Jordan Miller.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
that makes sense. Bench scoring does bench production. They don't even have a bench right now.
Timberwolves. Isaiah Wong, Mojave King,
I know you were hoping for Adama Sanogo here, but
Sweebe, Livingston.
dude, I don't think Sheboy's gonna get drafted.
Nor do I. Pickett,
that-
Wong,
And that sucks because I really like him, but I don't think he's gonna get drafted.
Tosan. It kind of seems like
Tosan?
Tosan. Yeah, it kind of seems like something we would take.
Yeah, that is. I mean, what else is there?
I'm taking Tosan. I really feel like Taurean Prince could be traded.
You do it, Timberwolves expert. I believe you.
Back up for both Taurean Prince and Jalen McDaniels or Jaden McDaniels.
That is what they would do.
Kings are back on the clock. I feel like Ricky Council's kind of where they would go right now after drafting Max Lewis and Tristan Vukovic.
I don't like Ricky Council.
I don't like him either, but like I'm seeing that he's gonna get drafted.
and he's probably gonna go here.
Terrence Davis could leave. Terrence Davis. I don't like Arkansas, like inefficient guards, but
Yeah, I mean it depends on the guard. Like Nick Smith and Anthony Black, I really like.
Pacers are back on the clock. I haven't taken Mike Miles at this point.
Mike Miles.
Yeah, just take
Who else?
Chris Livingston, Amari Moore, Jalen Pickett, Isaiah Wong, Mojave King, Drew Timme, Sir Jabari Rice, Jay-Z Gortman.
There's just not that many good options. Yeah. You said Mike Miles and who else?
Isaiah
I'm trying
Wong,
to think.
Jalen Pickett, Adam Flagler.
Yeah,
Amari Moore.
I'd say if they're really trying to go guard here, it's between Wong, Pickett, and Miles. I don't think Pickett gets drafted though.
Yeah, I think
Even though I like him a lot.
Wong showed his quickness and his athleticism.
Yeah, I like Jalen Pickett.
I
a lot,
like
but I don't
Isaiah
think he
Wong.
gets-
Even though Isaiah
I
Wong.
don't think Jalen Pickett gets drafted. Wong goes here. That's fine.
Grizzlies back on the clock. Maybe they were the ones who gave the promise to Chris Livingston.
What about Chris Livingston?
Chris Livingston canceled all his workouts.
Oh, so somebody's going to probably sign him as an undrafted free agent, not pick him in the late second round. So I don't think he gets drafted.
He worked out for the Pacers, and he worked out with.
Nobody picking left, right?
Yeah, let me see the teams.
Yeah, he's going to be undrafted, dude.
Yeah, probably someone gave him.
He canceled all his workouts because I think somebody probably gave him a promise that they were going to sign him to a two-way deal as like an undrafted free agent. So, like Miami or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no one said what teams he had worked out with besides that.
Yeah, so I don't think he's going to get drafted.
Amari Moore.
Who else?
Jalen Pickett, Mojave
Is it-
King, Jay-Z and Gortman.
Anyone else? I
Jay-Z.
can't really
I like
see
Jay-Z and Gortman.
I don't know if he's gonna get drafted. Though.
I'm doing Jay-Z and Gortman, Dennis Schroeder 2.0.
All right, man. I don't think he's gonna get drafted.
Did
but
Taylor
I guess
Funk transfer to Utah State?
No, I believe he started there.
Ignore these 2 picks.
Yeah, these are the fucking random forfeited ones.
I don't think Serge Ibaka is going to get drafted.
Actually, wait a second, dude. I'm pretty sure Taylor Funk. Yeah, Taylor Funk was at St. Joe's before.
That's what I thought I was.
Yeah. Okay.
I knew he was a transfer. All right,
Yeah, he was he
59.
played 5 years at St. Joe's. and he had
59th
his year
pick of the
6.
draft is the Wizards, and they'll take Mojave King.
I guess.
He has the highest potential left.
Yeah, and they're just like, there's not really these are the picks where the guys don't really matter at this point.
Okay,
Like
now we got the Bucks, and the Bucks.
the last pick of the draft.
And the Bucks typically try to actually get somebody the last few years, like, and they play them. I mean, Drew Timme.
Yeah, so
Drew Timme kind of.
no, he's not getting drafted. Who can actually play right now?
Amari Moore, Schwebe.
Who-
Schwebe could be drafted here. They need to back up big.
This would be where Sheboy goes.
Let's go Schwebe.
Yeah. This would be where he goes, I think.
Yeah, because they only have, I think, Miles Leonard's expiring, and then Bobby Portis is their starting power forward backup center.
Yeah, they don't really, besides like Brooke Lopez, they don't really have much big guy depth.
All right, the first round: Victor Wembanyama, Scoot Henderson, Brandon Miller, Amen Thompson, Asar Thompson, Cam Whitmore, Taylor Hendricks, Anthony Black, Jarris Walker, Jalen Hood Schifino, Grady Dick, Kobe Buffkin, Kassan Wallace, Bilal Coulibaly, Chris Murray, Nick Smith Jr., Derek Lively, Jet Howard, Jordan Hawkins, Leonard Miller, Keontae George, Derek Whitehead, Brandon Podazimski, Maxwell Lewis, Rayan Rupert, Noah Clowney, Olivier Maximus Prosper, Brees Sensabaugh, Colby Jones, James Nanji. And now we go to the second, which is Imani Bates, Ben Shepard, Marcus Sasser, Gigi Jackson, Andre Jackson Jr., Jaime Jaquez Jr., Jalen Wilson, Tristan Bukovic, Julian Phillips, Taquavian Smith, CD Sissoko, Kobe Brown, Amari Bailey, Seth Lundy, Julian Strother, Tracy Jackson Davis, Hunter Tyson, Keontae Johnson, Jordan Walsh, Jalen Clark, Adame Sonogo, Jordan Miller, Tosan, can't even say his last name, Ricky Council IV, Isaiah Wong, Jason Gortman, Mojave King, and Oscar Schwebe is how we wrapped up our mock draft before the draft. Maybe we'll do another tomorrow, maybe not, unless something crazy happens in the next 24 hours.
Unless we have a big trade.
Yeah. Now, let's do some Purtle. Jackson gets the first guess.
Jeremy Grant.
That's actually like an amazing guess, and I think you're right.
I can't even see the dude. It looks like I can't even see
Dude, it's
the
not
fucking
Jeremy
silhouette.
Grant, but he
Let me see the silhouette. Okay, I cannot read.
forward.
I cannot
He's
read
under
the.
he's 28 or 27. He's a forward. His number is below 9. He is a forward. He's 6'8".
He's a forward.
Yeah,
And how tall is he?
6'9" or 6'10".
Ooh.
He's in
And
the
he said
West.
he's 20,
He's in the
he said
Pacific, Pacific or South.
27, or is that what's the age number? How old is he?
27, 28.
27 or 28?
Yeah,
Is it higher than 20? What is that?
it's lower than
Is that
29, and it's
Lower than 29 by 2.
by 2,
Okay.
and it's higher than 6'8".
And he didn't play for the Blazers, did he? But he's in the Western Conference.
Either the the Pacific or Southwest.
Okay, let me think of teams. I don't know. So let's see Pacific.
What's his
Yeah,
position?
He's a forward.
This is just a guess. I don't think it's right.
He's a 6'9"
Okay, it's
or
in the
6'8"
Pacific.
forward.
Oh, dude. Wait.
Kevon Looney.
Yeah, I think.
Kevon Looney might be listed as forward center, though.
Look at
Oh,
Jackson.
no, he wasn't. Okay.
Wow,
I thought he might be
Jackson,
listed as
Jackson,
forward
Jackson
center.
got that one quick.
Yeah.
What is my favorite team in the association?
Kevon Looney.
The Bulls.
uh,
I'm glad you were able to come on to the mock draft, buddy.
yeah, no, love the mocks. Are we recording one more, like for video wise later?
Yeah, we can do that. I can hit up Henry.
Yeah, just let me know.
Yeah. No,
Alright.
we gotta talk.
Well, tomorrow's draft day.
Yeah.
This is where the teams like this is the best time of the year for teams like the Magic and the Timberwolves and the Wizards.
I know.
Just all Ciro's teams, really.
It is.
Just your one
They
day of
live for
excitement.
this.
I think this is why I grew up such a big fan of the draft because
See, like I've never given a shit about the draft, really. 'cause
but I've
never
always
really-
had to give a shit for the draft because
Yeah.
my whole life, the biggest night of the year for my teams was draft night and the lottery.
Yeah, see, for me, it was the playoffs and
Yeah.
playing in a championship or the conference finals. But, like, the draft is fun. I like it. It's cool. I mean, like, it doesn't really affect us too much, but, like, it's cool.
It's cool. It's
The
cool.
last few times that we picked in the top 5 was because we had somebody else's picks and we were a playoff team. So,
So hopefully what we'll be able to do is I'll be able to simultaneously broadcast the live stream on my channel. And then
Yeah.
I'll just broadcast it also on this channel. Just to do one stream.
yeah, we'll have to set up something for that tomorrow.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
yeah.
You got anything else you want to
All
talk about, Jackson or Luke?
No?
Jackson? You got some conservative rant you want to go on?
Not conservative rant.
He wants to talk about the Wizards.
No,
I
guys.
have I made a really good Jew joke last night. I think it's so good.
Wait, you called us a bunch of kikes?
No, it's like a quick stand up, like a couple of lines. I don't think I should say it online.
You gotta make a circumcision joke.
Cyril might like it though.
I carry scissors everywhere I go for any extra skin I find.
Some would say Ciro's not Jewish.
Some would say I'm not Jewish, but
Some would say that.
some would say that
And by some, I would mean every traditional Jew in Israel.
for a multitude of reasons.
Yeah, for a multitude of reasons. Yeah,
then I'll show my uncle, and then I get a
yeah.
pass.
They'll be like, we don't give a shit, dude.
Nah, nepotism. Also,
The traditional,
I had
the
a
super,
great bit.
No,
I had a
listen,
great
listen,
bit I
Ciro,
came up
Ciro,
with. No, Luke,
the super
Luke.
orthodox ones. The super orthodox ones wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah, they
about
wouldn't
your
give a
uncle.
shit. But can I give you guys my great bit I came up with last night?
Yeah,
Okay.
Good night
So
for
what were we
bits.
just talking about? Jews, right?
yeah.
But what were we talking about? I'm gonna remember. We're not ending this show till I remember this bit. All right. We're talking about rewind. What were we just talking about?
You and how Orthodox Jews wouldn't consider you Jewish. And the scissors bit that you said you always
I
carry
know.
scissors.
I came up with a great bit last night.
You should have wrote it down.
I know. Jewish something.
You want me to do my skit?
Yeah, do your skit. Jewish.
Maybe help him remember.
My buddy's a comedian, and we went to a show recently, and I was like to my other buddy, I was like, I'm gonna make a stand up. I'm gonna get 10 minutes of material for you, and I'm gonna go to an open mic. This can't be said at an open mic, so
Oh no.
I won't do the delivery because it's a big delivery joke. Talk about being banned on a lot of platforms. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. Got a little joke about who gets banned from Cash App. Still working on the punchline there. I've got yeah, they got me good, man. It's a pretty good comedic line, I say. People are so sensitive these days, but Twitter was the worst one. I guess you can't tweet Jews are the
I
worst
can't
anymore.
figure this out.
Ciro's not even listening.
Ciro didn't even hear it.
No, it's
You
not
didn't even
my
hear
books.
it. He's still so angry about his own bit. He wasn't paying attention to what you said, bro.
You think it was a good Jewish
man.
joke?
I think he didn't like the Jewish joke. He didn't think it was funny.
No, I'm just trying to think of the bit I came up with about Jews. And,
All right. Let's end the show. Let's end
Yeah,
the show.
Ciro, just do your racist one.
all
Yeah, just come up with your bit later.
right, goodbye, guys. Be a friend, tell a friend. Bye.
All right.